What's up, Paul? It's Norn. Welcome back to the channel, and hello if you're new. And I wasn't recording quick enough. I was like, oh shit, I should have recorded that. I smoked Caliber, so I just put that up to show like 55 seconds, and I got most of the damage on that. And then the bird, I've cleaned up my freezing tempest rotation and stuff, and like I got him down a lot better now, right? Obviously, you can see I could do pretty good solo runs in Bloody Palace now and stuff like this. And unfortunately, though, we didn't have anybody to lock him down. If we had an LS there grinding him, maybe he wouldn't have flew. But that's the thing. With FT, I can't stop the bird from flying quite yet. I can't put out quite enough damage yet. Maybe that'll come with more weapon buff and stuff, right? And level 5 runes. But as you see now, it's like I can get the ult out a lot faster now. I got my combo B down. As long as I hit the bastard, I can do it. Boom, and bird is dead. Right, and you're gonna see health goes just as fast. So I just wanted to show, like, I've got her cleaned up a bit now with FT for a raid, and he's super fast, super fast. If you get all your hits in and right, everything goes smooth the way it's supposed to, it's pretty crazy fast. He just goes right down like a sack of bricks, right? So we got some decent rewards today, and that's part of the topic for today as well. We're gonna go to the vault, and I'm just gonna spoil it. I got my SSS Cav. Finally. So that's what I've been saying the whole time. I've been calling it Spinning Arbiter for some reason. At SSS, you get 30% extra physical and electric damage after doing Moving Arbiter. I've been calling it Spinning Arbiter for some reason, but Moving Arbiter, which is after you QTE, throws a blade and spins and hits him, right? So that now I can use. So I told everybody before I wasn't rotating with LS because I had Trish and CAV, and that was giving me like a base 80% increase to my damage, and then having a doppel out and stuff with all his buffs and stuff like that. It was not worthwhile for me to QTE just to get the Royal Fork buff, right? Gambit, what's that called? Judgment Room buff. So unfortunately I wasn't rotating, so, and everybody's like, why aren't you doing it, blah blah blah, you could get this and that. I knew that, but like I did not have the buff from CAV, and I have a no star weapon on CAV, so my checkmate and stuff is kind of weak in comparison, right? You get an extra, what, 30% added to that after, so it'll be 70%, so that would be great, right? But as you can see here, Freezing Tempest is doing pretty darn good on health filth here too. And then as soon as she's broke, like, it's snap, crackle, pop. I even waited an extra second there just to make sure I was gonna hit right and not target in the wrong spot, so I could have did that even faster. But anyway, there's that. But yeah, now I have the Spinning Arbiter buff, and we're going to jump to the vault, and I'll show you me getting them, obviously, because it was miraculous. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Like, it played that music and everything, not me, in my head. But maybe I did play it in my head at the same time. I don't know. But when CAV comes in, it's like a miraculous thing. But there, 235, and I basically soloed the damn thing, right? Like, that was a big assist there. That was a bit kind of a carry, right? I'm not saying they did nothing at all, but I pretty much did that, and so there you go. Freezing Tempest is ridiculously awesome. Everybody knows this. His showcases are like crazy, right? You see what Jimmy does with him, and probably Nola too, just destroying stuff. I can't keep up quite like that, but mine's pretty damn strong already. He could do some crazy shit. But anyway, I'm like, here, trying to grind this down. I was like, oh, 25. Like, they've been punishing me lately. I've been a little bit, like, getting bored, and I was like, you guys are pissing me off with the vault now too, right? So I did these pulls. I was like, screw it, I might as well get all through this. And I was like, usually I'm like superstitious. I go out every single time when I'm doing single pulls, all the way right back to the menu and then back in. But I was like, screw it this time. I'm getting her down there. Now, so that's not bad. So I was like, oh, darn, I'm going to have to do some more stuff. So I did go and do some stuff. I finished up the Parcel Hopper raid here. I still like MS for that. He's really great for breaking the shield and just hitting her wherever she goes, basically, right? You don't have to chase her around as much, stuff like that. I find it a lot easier just to use MS for Parcel Hopper. It's nice, smooth. Obviously, there's other tunes that'll do more damage faster, like GS could probably nuke her a little bit quicker, and then Freezing Tempest, but you need some really strong ones to be able to do that, right? And I was like, okay, I got some gems again, and boom! There we go! Yeah! Dun, 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 dun. Yeah! Shadow Cat. I love cats too, so me having a cat in this game is great. I love having Shadow. I can't lie. He's my furry meow. He's my dark furry shadow meow. Look at him, his little cute little ears twitch when he's sitting. anyway, yeah. So there's my CAV. and I will skip through the upgrading to SSS, but it'll show you the buff. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a moving arbiter, not spinning arbiter, but the blade spins, so whatever. It should be spinning arbiter, shouldn't it? I don't know, maybe, whatever. They named it, it's fine. But here we go, speed up time. Actually, I'll just speed through this little quick part so you can actually read this. After hitting a target with moving arbiter, increase the physical and electric damage the target takes by 30% for the next 30 seconds. That's huge. So 30 seconds, you can always have that buff up. If you just keep replenishing that, do your rotations, yeah, that's always going to be going. Along with sticking them with Judgment Room, you stick it with the cane while you do that right after, or do Checkmate where you spread them all out. Royal Fork, that one is, I think, right? Spread them all out. QTE in your next two, and you're good to go. But anyway, you're going to see my rotation again. I'm back to rotating with Dante. And it took me a couple tries off the start of Pluton because I was like, oh, how did I used to do this? But then I got it so as I don't get hit with the bubble again and stuff. I had to kind of flip it and reverse it, you know? Your premonition random, come out. It's your premonition random, come out. Oh, I'm whacked today. Anyway, I went into training. I'm going to cut that out. You don't need to. Also went and did another co-op just to help out for the heck of it. There, right? And they're all impressed. It's like, that was some good shit. Even though the bird kind of glitched out and he jumped all over on us, we didn't get really to lock him down, and it was took a little bit longer than it should have because he was acting like a dork. But anyway, here we go. The moment of truth. And I just reiterate here, this is the only thing that's changed now is I have this buff. That's it. He just went from SS plus to SSS. The only difference. Right? And I'm going to be cleaning up my rotation more, and I'll probably be able to get even more damage because he still jumps around more and stuff, right? But I do have a technique where I can still lock him. If I do it completely fast enough, I can still rotate and lock him. But anyway, till next time, good gaming. Yeah.
Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Boom, 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 boom. They think we're all the same, and always we're to blame for shit I think is lame. It's time to stop the game. I think it's time to pay for everything you make me say. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. What's going on today? Why must it be this way? We're going nowhere and it's still not things that need to bow down. They think we're all the same, and always we're to blame for shit I think is lame. It's time to stop the game. I think it's time to pay for everything you make me say. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Y'all want a single say fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. We are the ones breaking you down. We are the hope to drown out your sounds all across the world. You fed what you found all across the world. You're breaking you down. Y'all wanna single say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Y'all wanna single say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Y'all wanna single say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Y'all wanna single say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Y'all wanna single say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Wanna single say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Y'all wanna
Meat's back on the menu, boys.